All right. So I'm not going to repeat everything that I said already, but you guys do need to take this more seriously. Um, it really truly is upsetting. Like it hurts my feelings to see what some of you guys are doing to your broker accounts. You guys are saying, "Oh, I'm going to take $300, $400 trades on my $1,000 account." You can't do that. That's 30 to 40% of your account. If you had $1 million account, would you take a 30 to 40% trade? If you had $1 million account, would you take a $300,000 to $400,000 trade on $1 million account? Everybody's probably thinking absolutely freaking not. Matt did not accidentally become a millionaire. He didn't become a millionaire and then say, I'm going to start trading like a millionaire now. No, you have to trade like a millionaire first, and then you get the milli. You don't just stumble your way up there and then say, oh, now I'm going to trade like this. You have to do that. You have to treat a $500 account like it is $1 million account. You have to treat a $100 account. I don't care if you blow, if you have losing day after losing day after losing day after losing day, you go through a cold season, that's fine. If you are losing 2 to 3% of your account per day, it takes one good day of 8%, 10% to make all of that back. And that's very feasible when you have a smaller account. You have to be willing to say, I lost 2% and that's a winning day. You have to be willing to do that. Because I do, like I said, I get how hard it can be. I get that it's tough to mentally put yourself in that state. It is hard to be that disciplined. But that is one of the absolute most key parts of trading that we all need to get better at. And we all can get better at it. You know, there the people on my team that I do know what their accounts are at. You know, they've done some pretty awesome things with their account, and they risk less than 1% to start. You can come up with a system that works for you, but a good system. One of our guys, he risks 0.5%, and if he wins that, he risks 1%. If he wins that, he risks 1.5%, and he compounds it up slowly like that. But you cannot say, oh, I'm down 2 trades. I'm going to take $150 trade, or I'm going to take a 10% trade to try to win it all back. That's gambling. As soon as you say, oh, I need to make this back, or as soon as you say, oh, this is a really good setup, so I'm going to go heavy on this, that immediately switches the mindset of you are now thinking like a gambler. You're no longer thinking as a trader. And you have to really dial this in. Like you guys, like I cannot stand seeing people blow their accounts like this. It's tough. It's tough on all of us. It wastes your money. A. B, it's like I don't know how else to get through to you guys. Some of you, not all of you. But I don't know how else. Like, I have had hundreds and hundreds over the last year. I shit you not, hundreds of people who reach out to me and they ask me, because they know my story with trading. They ask me, man, like, what can I do? What can I do? I just had a really bad day. Did this. My first question to them is when they say they lost half their account or a huge portion of their account. That my first 2 questions are, how much did you risk and how many trades did you take? And every single time, literally it never fails, every single time, it is one of those 2 reasons that they lost as much as they did. I had somebody on our team ask me yesterday, what made you keep going? What made, you had 2+ years of no results. What made you keep going? What kept that going for you? I said, I knew what the power we had was. The power that we have our hands on is incredible, you guys. But it also can work the opposite way. You have, like, I knew that it wasn't the market that, was the reason I didn't have the results. I knew it was all in here. It wasn't my lack of knowledge even. It was all in my head. And a lot of you don't have the results because you don't have your head right with this. We can sit on charts and we can show you our charts and our analysis all day long. You know, a lot of my strategy, cash trap, none of it's that tough. Really, marking up charts, learning charts is not that hard. I was not a good student. I truly think if I can catch on as quickly as I did, then everybody can. Learning charts is not that hard. It's the mental discipline that you need, that comes with it, that you need to really develop to become a successful trader. And that just can't be repeated. Like, if it's not working, then what makes you think it's going to work the next time? If it's not working for somebody else, what makes you think it's going to work for you? I don't know a single person that was like, you know what, I just went all in on every single trade that I took and took 10 trades and made $1 million. You know, everybody wants to become a millionaire tomorrow, right? But that's just not how it works. And with the way, like, once you really understand compound, I get that we understand how compound interest works. We all get it. But once you really see it, like in a high level, that's when you really understand it. That it comes so much faster than you think. It's demoralizing. I get it, to see, oh, $500 up. Now I'm at 540. Okay, sweet. I hit 600. It's been 3 weeks. I'm at $600. You know, I get that it's tough in the start to be patient with it, but you have to do it, because once your account gets to those higher levels, that's when you start to see, wow, I need to take one trade and I've got money for the whole week. But you have to allow yourself to get to that point. I mean, oh, sorry. Like I said, I've had a headache all day, but man, this is irking me. Like, I don't want to see you guys doing this. I mean, it hurts my feelings, man. Like, I care so damn much about all of you. Like, I kid you not. Like, this is all set out of love. Like, I'm not trying to be a dick or anything, but like, we got to switch shit up, guys. I mean, it doesn't matter if you break even for a year. It's better than blowing a $500 account. Because when you blow a $500 account, what do you have to do? You have to refund it, right? My first 2 years, had I just allowed myself to, I lost over 14 grand just through what I could find in my history of Cash App. That's before I switched to Cash App from Coinbase. I lost over 14 grand my first 2 years. I have a friend who's actually not on our team who just blew his first binary account after breaking even for over 2 years. So over 3 years. So over the course of 3 years, he's out $500. Over the course of my first 2 years, I'm out 14 grand. You have to be willing to take the small losses and understand that the small losses, the losing days, the red days, are what create the green days. It is selfish as F of you to say, I only want green days. Where do you think that we get paid out from? The broker doesn't just print money. People have to have losing days. You have to have losing days so that you can get paid the green days. So start being okay with red days, because that's what's going to get you paid in the future. Okay? You have to have the red days. Another thing is this, all the conspiracies. You know, I came across Pip Gang's chat earlier today, and it was literally like spot on, because I was literally in the middle of thinking about it, and then I looked into their Telegram and saw it. I was literally in the middle of thinking about it, but the whole conspiracies of the brokers out to get me, the market, you know, this pair is just out to get me, this thing, the 30-second rollovers are bullshit, swearing in the chat, and you know, bringing all this negativity onto the sessions because you're getting 1-minute rolls, or because you're getting spiked out of trades. That shit happens to everybody, you guys. Like, it happens to everyone. I was at Matt's house. I watched him get spiked out of 4 trades in a row. And I guarantee you he lost a lot more money on getting spiked out than any of us. Probably all of us combined. Matt gets spiked out. Jake gets spiked out. Cole gets spiked out. I get spiked out. Taylor gets spiked out. You all have probably gotten spiked out. Everybody gets spiked out. You can either bitch about it or you can pull it together and just build that emotional tolerance for it and just come back the next time better. There is nothing any of us can do about the 30-second rollovers. There's nothing any of us can do about getting spiked out. What we can control is we can control the amount of money we put into a trade, and we can control the amount of trades that we take. Let's focus on what we can control, because what we can't control is going to happen. It's going to happen to everybody. If you're going to blame getting spiked out, or you're going to blame getting 30-second rollovers on why you're not a successful trader, go talk to Matty Piffs and tell him that it doesn't work. Tell him that VitaForex and the brokers, they don't work. They do work, you guys. This system works. It's how you react to the system. It's not about what the market does. It's how you react to what the market does. The trade that you take has so much less to do with what the market does than how you react to what it does. That emotional tolerance is so tough, and I get it, but I'm literally, you're seeing another side of me, because like, honestly, like I cannot tolerate people doing this shit anymore, you guys. And then reaching out to me about it. Saying, well, what did I do wrong? Well, it's like, you know what you did wrong. You're just asking me because you want confirmation on it. You're just asking me because you're hoping that I'm going to justify it for you. Dude, like, you guys, we all know what we do wrong. We really do. Like, we don't ever over leverage on a trade and be like, God damn, like, why did the market go that way? Why did I lose $100 on that trade because the market went the opposite way than I thought it was going to go? We over leveraged. We know damn well what we did. We know why we're down 5%, 10%, 30%. We hop on these sessions and we don't, I mean, today I lost 3 trades. If you risk 3% and you lose 3 trades, that's 9%. That's still heavy. That's heavy. But if you're taking multiple entries on those trade setups and you're risking more than 3%, how much heavier is that? Like, think about that. 9%, that's a heavy losing day. But if you are over leveraging, and if you were taking multiple entries, like, you have to think, if I take a 3% trade and then I immediately rip out another 3% trade, dude, that's 6%. That's not 3%. Now I'm risking 6% on that one setup. Dude, like, you guys, it's infuriating. And the worst part is because I've gone through that shit stuff. Whatever, screw it. We're already recording. I've already sworn. Jake's gone through that stuff. Cole's gone through that stuff. Matt has gone through that stuff. We've all gone through that. We take a lot of pride in what we're doing because we feel that we can help you guys to learn what we had to learn the hard way, so that you don't have to learn it the hard way. And so reach out, let us know, what can we do to help you see and learn what we already had to learn the hard way, so that you don't have to learn it the hard way. Because I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to get it through to you. We say risk 1 to 3%. We still take 7, 8, 9, 10%. So I don't know how else we can help. I mean, if it's to be, it's up to me, right? Like, if you're going to do this, you're going to do it. You have to take responsibility and you have to take ownership. You can't be blaming the market. You can't be blaming the broker. You can't be blaming the educator, which, I'm grateful for all of you. Like, none of you guys really do come at me. At least nobody that's still in the company. or Jake or any of us. I know that you guys do a really great job of, you know, respecting us and that you guys appreciate us and we love you guys. But for real, like you have to take responsibility. And when you start to accept 100% full responsibility for your account, that's almost why these sessions are kind of a double-edged sword, because it's easy for you to justify it to yourself, your subconscious. Well, it wasn't my analysis, you know, but why wasn't it your analysis? If you have your own setup and you're like these sessions, I want to challenge all of you on these sessions. If you have a TradingView account set up, and if you don't have one set up, you should get one set up. Set up a TradingView account, set up a strategy that you like, or use Hourglass and use Cash Trap. Find something that you like and that you can learn and master. And then when you're on these sessions, see how your setup and see how your indicators match with the strategy that you have, or that our analysis has. I don't even know if I worded that right. My head is like exploding right now. But you guys get what I'm saying. We have to start taking responsibility for our trades, and you see us on the sessions, like, dude, we don't trade any differently off the sessions. We don't say, oh, I'm not on the session now, I'm gonna take 10% and I'm gonna take 4 entries on it. We don't do that. It's hard to learn good habits, but you have to learn them. And if I'm hoping that really, like, flipping the switch today, like I said, like, dude, I was boiling earlier today when I found out I've had 3 people this week that have blown their accounts. Do you know how awful that makes me feel? I don't get people started into this business so that they can lose money. I don't I don't You pay $175 a month to be a part of this, and you're going to blow your account, you're going to treat it like a blackjack table? Dude, cancel your subscription, go to a casino. I'm dead ass serious. Like, if you think that this is get rich quick, if you want to hop on and make a quick buck, you've got to find another way. There's too much blame that you can pass on to me or whoever else or the market. At a blackjack table, you at least know and you're expecting to get exactly what you know is coming. Dude, here we are building legacy for our bloodlines, for our families, for ourselves. We are building something that literally is disrupting the network marketing industry. It's disrupting the Forex industry. We have an insane opportunity here, but you have to take this seriously. I've never once seen somebody blow their account little by little by little. Not one time. I personally haven't either, by the way. I've blown plenty of accounts. I was so hard-headed. I refused to work on the mental aspect of this for so long. I blew so many accounts and not one of them was little by little by little. Every single one was all of it at once. And I'm sure everybody else here can relate to that. That if you've blown an account, that is. We've got to drop the greed, guys. We've got to drop the greed. We've got to drop the ego. Let this come. Let it happen naturally, organically. Stop trying to force it. Stop trying to rush the process. Please. Dude, we care so, like, I speak for Jake and Cole and Taylor as well. We care so much about you guys. Like, we host these sessions because we genuinely want to help everybody here grow their accounts. And we know that we can. We don't have to do the sessions. We don't even have to do the sessions to become educators if we don't want to. All we have to do is send corporate our results. We do these sessions because we actually do give a shit. We want to help you guys win. We want to help everybody win. What we get out of it is we get practice of exactly things like this. We get practice on how we can better help the audience that is going to be on Go Live, and how to interact with a group of people that are tuning into trading calls. So it's helping us to grow, but it's really, really tough for us to go on a session. And even last night I had people that did horribly. And it's like, we had, most of the educators, we all went 14-1. Dude, I could care less about the $300 that I lost today. What I do care about is if I lost 300, now I have to automatically program myself now to assume, man, if I took one entry, some people took 4 entries. If I lost 9%, what did we say? 9% I lost today, probably. If I lost 9%, sheesh, people's accounts are not looking good. We get this ego because sometimes it works, and that's the worst case. That's the worst thing that can happen to us, is that we double up on an entry and we take multiple entries and we clear all of them. We're like, oh, hell yeah. You should not take more than 1 entry per setup. I'm just saying that. You should not take more than one entry per setup. If now, let me clarify that. If I see price coming to a resistance zone and I like it, and we take that entry, and let's say it blasts through that resistance to go up to the next resistance, that's a different setup. Then I'll take a new entry. And I'll roll my first one if I feel we can still clear our first one. But if I get in one entry and then it moves up 2 points, and I take another entry, tell me, if anybody can really truly justify this for me, I'd be blown. If you can justify this, if I take one entry and it moves 3 pipettes, and I take a new entry, is me taking that second entry 3 pipettes away from my first one? Is that me assuming that my first one might not clear, but my second one will? Am I that much more confident in that entry 3 pipettes away? Am I that much more confident in that entry than the first one? Dude, really? If I'm that much more confident on 3 pipettes, then I should not have taken the trade. I should have waited for a better setup. You shouldn't even be taking a setup unless you feel you can clear that thing by freaking 50 points, at least. I get that the market doesn't just operate how we want it to move. I get that. I get that we have to adapt, and we have to take what the market gives us. But some of you are just, oh, it went up a little bit, like, I'm just going to take a new entry. Like, dude, you guys, you can't have trigger fingers like that. You can't have happy fingers like that. You have to protect your capital. The biggest thing in trading, like I said earlier, you have to treat your account like it's at $1 million. If you want $1 million account, it starts right now. Your $1 million account, I deem your account worth $1 million right now. You have to start trading like it. It doesn't happen overnight, and that's got to be okay. You have to love this process. You have to soak up as much knowledge now as you can. Let's move forward from it. If you've blown an account, or if you've lost a good chunk of money, be thankful that you did it now before you have $1 million account. because I'm sure that heartache and that gut ache that is going to hit a lot harder if you did lose 30% at $1 million account. I bet you that hits a lot harder in the face. But when you are able to look at your account in percentages and you're able to say, "Man, I lost 3%." That's a good day. I lost 2%, I lost 3%. If you lose 3%, that's a good day. Pat yourself on the back because you're saying, "I was disciplined. I followed my plan." If I had $1 million account, I would have lost 30K. That's nothing compared to my account. If I had $100 account, that's $3. I can make that back pretty easily, right? Yeah, exactly. 1 to 3% is 1 to 3%, man. Start looking at it in percentages. I wanted to find. I've been on calls literally back to back to back to back to back. I wanted to pull up this graph that shows exactly how much it takes to break even when you lose a certain percentage of your account. But basically, the way that it goes is if you lose 1%, you have to make back 1% in order to break even. If you lose 10%, you've got to make back 12% in order to break even. We're not talking about making profits. We're talking about breaking even. If you lose 20%, you have to make back over, what is it, like over 25% to break even. And you see how it goes up from there? If you lose 90% of your account, you have to grow your account by hundreds of percents. I don't even know what the quick math on that is. But the more capital that you lose, the more you're gonna, like, that much more. It's not a 50-50. It's not a flat ratio. Compound interest works both ways. And you have to respect that. So if I'm losing 3%, I can make that back in 3 or 4%. If I'm losing 10%, I'm going to have to make back more than 10%. Let this be something that can bless our lives. Let this be something that can really change our situations in life, man. Like, it, this is not, and it's not, about the cloud. This is not about the cloud. Think truly, like, think tonight, like, what really will this do for you? I literally could give a damn about the cars and the all the fancy stuff. I could care less. What impact is this going to make on you? Besides feeding your ego, what is this really going to do for you? And I'm not coming at the people who have been able to do and get those kinds of things. Because I have faith in those people. I know those people. Those people have already been able to take care of the things that truly matter in order to get those things. There's levels to it. You don't just hit, this pinnacle level and you're like, "Oh, I'm going to go straight to the car." Or I'm going to go straight to, getting this fancy watch. No, you take care of other things first. Like, what really is this going to change for you first? For me, it allowed me to get a house. Allowed me to move out of my mom's house. Like, that's no bullshit. It allowed me to quit 2 out of 3 jobs that I had when I first started. Gave me time freedom. It gave me, um, I mean, this is just, it's blessed my life in more ways than I could even get into right now, you guys, to be honest. I'm just fried. But being able to take care of my family, especially during the time of year like this, the holiday season, being able to take care of my family that shit hit different this year. And I want that feeling for all of you. Like, I genuinely, truly want that feeling for you guys. So what really will this do? Will it help you get diapers for your kid? Will it help you pay off debt? Think deeper than just the clout. And when you have that why, when you have that mission statement for yourself really solidified in your head, think about that every time you try to take a 10% trade. Say, am I really going to do that to myself? Am I really going to do that to my family? Am I really going to do that to uh, my debt payments? Accept the fact that it's not going to happen this month. Accept the fact that you're not going to be able to uh, uh, ball out for on gifts this year. But when you play things right, next year could really be the one. Start thinking a little bit longer term. We can't do this all in one day, dude. Nobody can. I don't really have a whole lot else. I mean, I'm kind of just rambling right now, but dude, like I really do want you guys to know, like we care. Like we really truly care. And we want to help, but some of it has to fall back on you guys too. We want to help to the absolute best of our abilities. But there are some things that we cannot do for you. Control the things that you can control. Stop focusing so much on the things that are out of your control. Focus on what you can control. Leave the things that are out of your control. That's all I really have. Let's see what chat's going. Dude, I appreciate you guys. Heavy. If
Yo,
anyone
Kyle.
has anything to add,
Kyle, it's CJ. Can I ask a quick question?
yeah, what's good, brother?
So, a question is, I saw this in the chat. A couple people were asking. I was asking too. What books do you read? Podcasts? Something that helps with mindset when it comes to trading, and just or was it all just self talk for you and things like that? So,
Um, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't start reading books and stuff on it until after I already kind of found my way. Um, but the books, regardless, like even though I kind of had found my way, like I now am reading the books. But Trading in the Zone, I know actually haven't personally read that, but I know that that book's done wonders for a lot of people. The Psychology of Money, that one brought a lot of good things into perspective for me. Um, Gosh, good books. Here, let me pull up the Discord quick. I think I put a lot of good stuff in the Discord. Maybe. Psychology of Money. Um, Think Like a Monk by Jay Shetty. Think Like a Monk is a really good one. Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill. It's a really good one. A lot of these don't even, I mean, a couple of those don't even have to do with trading, but it's just mindset. But I know Trading in the Zone is definitely a killer one. A lot of people really like the Compound Effects. I see in the chat. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, like I said, I kind of found my way with before, but again, like I had to learn it all the hard way, and I don't want that for all of you. But I have to kind of accept some of you are going to have to learn it the hard way. Honestly, the only way that you fail in this business for real is if you quit. But if you can accept the fact that you don't know everything, that's why we always preach like always a student, always a student, always a student, because everybody can always get better. We can always get better. And that doesn't necessarily mean, oh, I'm going to get a lot better at marking up SRTs, or I'm going to get a lot better at marking up charts or anything like that. Like that's not what that means. Always a student. It's all in your head. We've got to develop the mindset. What to say when you talk to yourself. Nice. I'll have to check that one out. I haven't heard that one actually. But I mean, I don't know if is Jake or Cole on this call even. I know that we've got Stratton hopping on in 14 minutes, but I truly encourage you all for real, like allow it to take time. You know, we as like educators, you know, and I don't necessarily want to speak for Jake and Cole and Taylor. We as educators, like we do, like for too long, like we got hyped up on hearing about y'all hitting these huge days. Like, oh, I grew 18%. Like that's on us with our own egos getting hyped about y'all making 18%. That's really awesome. We're not gonna say, oh man, like that's shitty, but be like realistically, like we do know, like you know what, like you shouldn't have made 18% of your account on that trade, that call. You know, how many trades did you take? Realistically, start allowing yourself to take fewer trades. Start allowing yourself to take normal freaking risk. We want to build consistency, you guys. This is all about consistency. It has nothing to do with like how much you can make in a day. The fewer trades you take, the lower you risk. All right, sorry. So the fewer trades you take, the more consistent you're going to be. The less you risk, the less you're going to have to make back from the red days. Because we all have red days. Like do not try to escape those red days because they will happen. Take the green days and run with them. You have your own educational recorded vids online? I don't really. I mean, I have a YouTube channel. I haven't really posted a lot to it lately. I've just been building lately, so I haven't really done any like trainings or anything like that. This is key. Yeah, yeah. No, I'm glad that I didn't do this call earlier because I was fuming. I was hoping to kind of put notes together of what I wanted to touch on, but like I said, I've been on call after call since I've been home, so I didn't really get to organize it all. But I think I got my points across, and you know I do appreciate you all hopping on, and I do freaking want the best for all of us. Like I'm done with like the hype stuff. This is real shit from now on for me. Like I'm done with like the hype, like the whole like, oh, we're all winning, we're all making money. Well, we're really not. Not everybody is. The sad truth is not everybody will. Some people just aren't coachable. Some people just don't want to learn. They think they want to learn, but they just don't. You have to do the inner work too. You can't just do the outer work on the charts. You have to do the inner work. But you have to, it all starts, you have to start taking it seriously. You know, we can all do this. We can all freaking win, but we have to freaking do this the right way. No more home runs. I'm over the whole we're all winning, we're all taking this to the top, we're all gonna fucking become millionaires. I mean, if we with how much we all promote that we're all winning, with how much we promote that we're all winning, if that were the case, we wouldn't be on this call right now. We'd all already be there. Right? I'm not trying to build this business off hype anymore. I'm trying to build this business off of true impact. I truly want to help you all hit these levels, whatever level that is for you. But I do appreciate you all hopping on, man, for real. Hope everybody has a good night. Sorry to come in hot, but it's frustrating. You know, I literally had an individual literally say something or ask me something. I said, risk 1 to 3% of your account, or you're brand new, risk $10 at most. And to hear them lose $500 today, it made me sick. So thank you. Yeah, I appreciate you all for real. Let's I'll end the call, and those of you who wanna, or actually I think, is Jade still on the call?
Yes, sir.
Yo, do you want me to just make you host and then leave it up, or do you want me to end the call and you can restart it?
No, bro, you're good. You can just leave it up.
All right, I'll make you host.
Yeah, whatever works for you, man. I appreciate you, bro. You're speaking some heat. You literally put your heart on your sleeve for us. And, you know, Coach CJ said it in the chat, man. This call needed to happen. You know, this is real, bro. And I just want you to know that I look up to you as a mentor. You know, bro, everything you do, the live calls at 10 a.m., you know, busting this out. This took courage, bro. And I could say thank you a million times, and it still wouldn't get, you know, the emotional, the feelings behind this, bro. I really do appreciate you.
I appreciate that, man. It means a lot. No, I mean, we all got stuff to work on. I still have stuff to work on too. Like, we're not, you know, nobody in this business is more superior to another. I mean, we all have stuff to work on, fam. But let's all take advantage of the lessons that others have gone through so that we don't have to go through those as hard. But yeah, thanks a ton for the kind words, everyone. Thanks a lot, Jade.
You bet, bro.
Session. But yeah, let's freaking run it up. I'll see y'all in the morning.
Okay, sounds good, man.
Peace.
Peace.